welcome to 2016 live Founders Day Parade coverage. I'm Bob Hickey, your host, thanking you for joining us on this beautiful day. A little overcast, but it's a beautiful day anyway in Foxboro. Every Founders Day is a beautiful day, for how could it be otherwise? Here, the 2016 parade is going to be full of more floats than we've had in recent memory. Bands and all of the nonprofit organizations, students, and other groups that make Foxboro truly the gem of Norfolk County. It's a pleasure to be with you today on Comcast Channel Cable 8, Old Standby. Of course, Verizon 39, for those of you who are so inclined to have that service provider, and online at www.fcatv.org. You can click us online, see live streaming coverage. For any of our folks who are expats, no longer live in Foxboro, such as my friends the Brennans in Michigan, or even Lindsay in Halifax. No matter where you're at, we're glad you can join us today. And it's going to be a beautiful parade. Here to begin the parade, you see Monica Fizzler. Monica will be joining me along with her lovely daughter Emma later on to bring to you the second half of the parade. Monica is one of the best folks. She is chairing the parade portion of the Founders Day activities. So before we get started with the parade itself, I'm going to go through the rundown. Foxboro Founders Day 2016 is action-packed. Going to give you the rundown. Of course, we had the parade, and it starts right now, 10 o'clock. Runs down Central Street, loops around the Common, hits Railroad Avenue, comes back on Bird, and then goes down to the Booth Playground. Booth Field, of course, is where all the activities happen from 11 o'clock to 5 p.m. today. There'll be a fire department touch truck, crafts, raffles, games, other activities, and even a Black Hawk helicopter. There will be many Foxboro High School class reunions today. You can find your class down at the reunion tent. Congratulations, by the way, to the class of 2016 that just graduated. We have high expectations. No great things will come from our recent crop of high school graduates. Founders Day reunion class of 46. As a reminder, they'll be gathering at the Lafayette House at 2 o'clock today. So contact Edna Hunt if you can't find the Lafayette House. We know you know where it's at. The basketball and inline hockey tournaments today, as well as a parade float winners contest. There will also be live music this afternoon at the Booth Field from 1 to 3 by the Bay State Stompers, and we'll stand by and favorite. Everybody loves that. And don't forget to join me at 1 o'clock for the Doll Carriage and Wagon Decorating Parade. It's a classic. Kids between the ages of 3 and 9. Love for you to come out and be part of the fun. I'll be there, and much thanks to Kristen Gustafson for once again chairing this wonderful event. Registration starts at noon. Wrapping it up before the fire trucks and the police departments come, it will be the Galley Dogs performing live tonight from 7 o'clock to 9 at the field. And why? Because at 9 o'clock the fireworks start. Why don't we sit on back and enjoy the sirens of the Foxboro Police Department. folks. I hope you enjoyed that display. What a lot of support the Foxboro Founders Day has received from all of the local fire departments. You saw North Attleboro, Norton, Rentham, in addition to our own finest out there, as well as you see the Foxboro DPW, of course, the merging of the water departments and the highway departments formed the Foxboro Department of Public Works. A couple of years ago, that experiment has been going very well here in town, and it is a change that looks to be here to stay. So, that last group that you saw was the Mansfield Emergency Management Response Team. They're an all-volunteer agency, and they provide emergency management to the town of Mansfield. They operate several segments, including operations, engineering, medical, and communications. In addition, they operate a fireground rehab service to the 5 surrounding towns, including Foxboro. In a rehab capacity, we offer refreshments, shelter, heating, and/or cooling to first responders at large-scale events. So welcome to the Mansfield EMA for being part of Founders Day. Before the bulk of the parade, body of the parade, gets to the top of the common, which is where we, of course, are coming at you live here on Comcast 8 and Verizon 39, or live at www.fcatv.org. Wanted to share that one of the fire vehicles, apparatus, as the term is, of course, our own Chief Roger Hatfield. Chief Hatfield was driving local resident and honorary Fire Chief Michael Wences of North Street here in Foxboro. It's his 17th year participating as an honorary fire chief. And along with his brother Tim and Tim's wife Jeannie, they came up from Long Island, New York, as they do every year, to see the Foxboro Founders Day Parade with his brother Michael. And this year, of course, I want to make mention that Tim is a former Foxboro reporter, news photographer, and he's currently an actor in movies and TV shows, appearing this Tuesday in CBS's final episode of Persons of Interest. So, we have stars of every form, shape, and size here in Foxboro joining us today. At the field, it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of activity. You should come on down, bring the family. It looks like a great crowd out here today for the 2016 Founders Day Parade. Want to make sure everybody remembers, do not bring dogs down to the field. They're not welcome. We love our dogs, cats, armadillos, whatever it is you have, but just don't bring them down. It's too much going on. Do bring your lawn chairs, blankets, and sunscreen. Do bring out your doll carriage and wagon. Drop them off at the tennis court, which is where the doll carriage and wagon parade is going to be held this year. I will be your MC down there, so I look forward to seeing you. We'll have a great time. Registration starts at noon. Remember also, do not bring your bicycle to ride on the field. Don't bring squirt guns or silly string. That's ridiculous. Don't park on private property. Do not park in restricted areas. That makes sense, right? Stay away from the fire hydrants, and do not bring alcoholic beverages. There's going to be enough down there. The nonprofit organizations that serve food are going to have plenty for you, and I know there's going to be some strawberry shortcake down there for us as well. Just a quick note about Foxboro Founders Day. From humble beginnings, Foxboro Founders Day has grown into a wonderful celebration of civic pride and a chance for the community to come together for a day of fun, food, and fellowship, sandwiched between the pageantry of the parade right here and an awesome display of fireworks tonight. The 2016 theme is Farms and Flowers of Foxboro. Foxboro-based organizations and businesses are encouraged to build upon this theme as they prepare their entries for the parade. Many of the parade entries you'll see today will carry the theme over to their field activities, where those nonprofit organizations will provide entertainment, food, and fun for all in attendance. Every nonprofit, civic, and religious organization in Foxboro is welcome to participate in the Founders Day field activities, raise funds for the various organizations, and sell novelties, have games, sell food, good stuff. Together, the people and businesses of Foxboro will show the rest of the world why we call Foxboro the gem of Norfolk County. Right now, we see the VFW Color Guard. And folks, of course, are clapping in appreciation. The VFW was organized originally in 1899 by Spanish-American war veterans of the 17th U.S. Infantry. They since grew and were reorganized in 1913 to be inclusive of several different veterans organizations and formed the VFW. Next, we will see
the Foxboro High School Marching Band. The Warrior Marching Band and Color Guard is part of a rich tradition of excellence. The 85-member group performs at all home football games and rallies in the fall season, and also marches in the annual Memorial Day and Founders Day parades here in Foxboro. Under the guidance of Steve Massey, who has been the music director of Foxboro High School for 30 years, 30 plus years. They bring it to us every year. As a teacher and a conductor, Mr. Massey teaches band, marching band, wind ensemble, jazz lab band, 2 jazz choirs, and courses in music theory. Thanks to Mr. Massey. And of course, we now see members of the Boy Scout troops coming around the bend carrying the banner of our town colors. We welcome the members of the Foxborough Board of Selectmen, also Representative Jay Barrows, Chris Mitchell, Jenny Capola, Dave Feldman, newly elected selectman Mark Elfman, and we thank them all for joining us today, and Jim DeVellis, of course. We also enjoyed members of the school committee who walked on by: Bruce Gardner, Marilyn Weiss, Chris Connolly, Bev Lord, and Tina Bellinger. Thank you very much for your service. We now see the Agricultural Commission coming by, along with a few furry, fuzzy friends. One of the oldest farming families in Foxboro is the Lawton family, and the Lawtons are sponsoring this group. The float that you see coming now is from the Lawton family farm. And of course, the Foxborough Agriculture Commission is made up of Ed Lawton, Deborah Sullivan, Fred Gersmith, John Hazeldine, and Rosemary Smith. Thank you so much for your work. Next up, we see a few of our antique tractors. We'll be talking a little bit more about them later on. They'll be interspersed throughout the parade route today. And then we have the Relay for Life at the Foxborough Show. The event is scheduled for June 17th and the 18th. The American Cancer Society Relay for Life movement is the world's largest and most impactful fundraising event to end cancer. It unites communities across the globe to celebrate people who have battled cancer, remember loved ones lost, and take action to finish the fight once and for all. It's an overnight fundraising walk where teams of people take turns walking around the track, food, games, and activities. If you want to learn more, log on to the American Cancer Society. Now we see members of the Foxborough Commission on Disability. Foxborough Commission Disability Above and Beyond Award. The Commission has created an award to give the community members who demonstrate a caring attitude towards individuals with disabilities. Next, we see the fans of the Founders Day float. A group of lifelong residents just enjoy the parade and participating in the event as a group of family and friends. Welcome. Star Wars, gotta love it. And there's Chewbacca. Bring it up the rear. Ah, Princess Leia. We always love Princess Leia and her lightsaber. And obviously, this group has a lot of fun. The Friends of the Foxborough Founders Day. Thank you. up next is the Elite Dance Center. They're dancing their way through the parade. The Elite Dance Center offers classes for both children and adults. They offer many styles of dance, including hip-hop, ballet, tap, Zumba, Irish step, acrobatics, belly dancing, and many more. They offer birthday parties for all ages, as well as wedding dance instruction. Elite Dance is located at 121 Main Street, Suite 230 here in beautiful Foxboro, Massachusetts. It's great to see the Elite dancers, and they're looking great in their pink outfits, handing out candy. Everybody loves candy at a parade. Of course, don't throw it, just hand it. Everybody's getting into the dance craze. And coming up next, as we see the final truck of the Elite Dance Center, we'll see the Foxboro Youth Lacrosse. This year's Foxboro Youth Lacrosse was founded in 2003 by half a dozen or so volunteers passionate about the game. Their first season they offered boys youth program in U11, 13, 15. The following season they opened up the program to girls. Most recently they added first and second grade boys division, and this is their 13th year. Let's give a big shout out to the Foxboro Youth Lacrosse program. Well, technically they're not throwing it, they're winging it with their sticks, so I guess that's legal, right? As we wait for the next group to come in, we want to make a mention that this year's Founders Day Committee, which is made up of volunteers, including on the committee are Jim Krug, Paul Cutler, Mark Emery, Dave Fizzler, Steve Drew, Rita Giovino, Bill Cass, Cindy Hatter, Drew was the chairman, Barbara Kurth, Ingrid Williams, Kathy Brady, Christina Gilroy, Steve Uden, and Lauren Batar. There are many others, Bob Gillis, Monica Fizzler, tons of people who make it all come together. Now we see Turf Pro. Turf Pro is locally and family owned, operating lawn care company since 1986. Located in Foxborough, they provide environmentally friendly lawn programs for people in Norfolk County. They take pride in providing lawn care services the right and environmentally friendly way. Located at 14 Brennan Street, you can get a hold of them at 543-7648. Now we welcome the Girl Scouts of Foxborough. Foxborough Girl Scouts grow with courage, confidence, and character to make a world a better place. Girls can participate in the troop as an individual in summer vacation camps and through counseling service and events. Please visit them at www.girlscoutseasternmass.org for more information. Girls between the ages of K and 12, of course, are welcome, and there's over 350,000 girls participating. We're going to sit back and enjoy the first Waltham American Legion Band coming down the street. The Waltham American Legion Band was founded in 1946. They were founded by Dorothy Dot Slayman Hill and her husband Joe, for whom the Waltham Legion Post is named. Following her husband's death, Dot became the director of the band and served in that position until her retirement in 1996. Now we see Margie's Family Child Care. Good things come in small packages. Well, ain't that the truth? The Wheeler family floats in honor of Small's Greenhouses. They operated here in Foxborough from 1892 to 1992. And the Wheelers are descendants of Ginny and Charlie Wheeler. They bought Small's Greenhouses from Cliff and Cora Guild in 1967. Ginny ran the business with great panache until her death in 1982. Ginny was a lifelong resident of Foxborough, as was her father, grandfather, and before going back several generations. Ginny loved the flower business and allowed her to be involved in all the major events of community life: marriage, birth, death, and graduation. Thanks to Smalls, and thanks to Grandy's. Grandy's ice cream truck is an antique ice cream truck and is being driven by Diane Peters. Hey, all scream for ice cream. And now we have the Foxborough High School class of 1966. Welcome, welcome. It's only been 50 years. A few more to go. Beautiful 1950 Ford Fairlane. Everybody likes a Fairlane. I don't even know if they make parking spaces that big anymore, do they? This is a Model T being driven by a member of the Foxboro Universalist Unitarian Church. The Universalist Church is here on the Common in Foxboro. They're currently raising funds for their historic building, built in 1843 with many of the original features. Of course, the steeple came down in a lightning strike. We all know that. The congregation wants to maintain the facade, but update the basement's meeting space, accessibility, and heating system. Contact them at 543-4002 if you want more information about how you can help. Next, we have Normandy Farms. It's a very nice float. Look at all the great people, members of the Daniels family perhaps, longtime owners, members of our community. Did you know that Normandy Farms now is a family camping resort nestled deep in the woods between Boston and Cape Cod? Normandy Farms, a luxury camping destination, has been a family tradition since 1971 and widely recognized as one of the premier resorts in the world. Relax and enjoy the unique seasons of New England in your RV tent or in one of their deluxe cabins or yurts. Everybody loves a yurt. We also have pop-up trailers, safari tents for those seeking elevated camping experience. Either way, check them out at normandyfarms.com. Now we have the Kingswood Montessori School. You can check them out at kingswoodmontessori.org. Kingswood Montessori is a school in Foxboro, founded in 1968 by a group of parents interested in providing a Montessori education to their children. More than 45 years later, Kingswood remains a parent-owned nonprofit school serving children from over 15 communities. Welcome to the Kingswood Montessori School. They want you to know that they are licensed by the Department of Early Education and Care and staffed by teachers trained in the Montessori method. Next we see another school here in Foxboro, part of our education system, the Foxboro Regional Charter School. Located on Central Street, the Foxboro Regional Charter School. The Falcons have continued to grow their facility, improve their offerings, and are a part of our community. And we also want to give a shout out to our highway department for putting in that third turn lane for those of us who appreciate the smooth flow of traffic in the morning. They are run by the Parents and Education of the Charter School, El Bonito Jardin de Salud, otherwise known as the Beautiful Garden of Health at FRC, as an originating Greatly Appreciated Teaching Garden grant. Sponsored by the American Heart Association MetLife, their goal is to promote healthy eating by students and their families. Now we have Boy Scouts Troop 7 making the turn. Almost making the turn. We'll get to them though. The Troop 7 Bethany Boy Scouts, their goal is to have fun. They promise to try their very best to make every step of the scout journey organized, safe, and fun. The troop is led by boys using the patrol method under the advisement of adults. Here is Pack 70 and Troop 7. With them, you'll gain physical, mental, emotional, and moral fitness, and you will learn to live the Scout Oath and Scout Law. 50 years strong, visit them at www.sevenriversdistrict.org. After the Scouts, we will help. Thank you. Gotta love the Scouts. After the Scouts, we have the FW Hartnett Band of Blackstone Valley. Let's sit back and listen to the band. Thank you for the FW Hartnett Band coming all the way up. 125 students strong, grades 7 through 12, based out of the Blackstone Millvale. Located on Federal Street. You can check them out at bmrsd.org. Now we welcome the Foxboro Lions Club. Foxboro Lions Club is a local chapter of Lions Club International and dedicated to serving those with sight problems. Originally called on by Helen Keller to be the Knights of the Blind, today, in addition to helping those with sight needs, Foxboro Lions Club is the town's local service organization for many activities, from supporting local bottle and can drives to helping many of the town's local organizations. The Foxboro Lions hold fundraisers throughout the year, and for decades they've organized an annual golf tournament, which has been a consistent and great way to raise money for their cause causes. And here we have the Music Fest. Let's take a listen. Everyone wants to get a little footloose. Although the next Music Fest is several months away, the Lions have already begun working hard. The next Music Fest is booked at Showcase Live at Patriots Place for February 18th, 2017. The band performing on the float today that we just saw, White Zin, has played an important part of the past events, and they're hoping they'll join them again in February. Several Foxboro Lions members are walking and following along with their business vehicles, displaying their Lions pride. Go Foxboro Lions. The nice thing about the parade here in Foxboro is that this is probably the only time you can enjoy the common without fear of getting waylaid by a car. So we'll take it anytime we can get it. Just a reminder that the Field Activities Day, every nonprofit, civic, and religious organization in Foxboro has been encouraged to participate, raise funds, come on down, enjoy some of the food, the games, the raffles, and the novelties and other products, in addition to the reunions. Together, the people and business of Foxboro show the rest of the world why we call Foxboro home sweet home and the gem of Norfolk County. Now we enjoy a walk by of the Foxboro JCs. Hello JCs, of which I am one, full disclosure. Since 1961, the Foxboro JCs have been a dynamic and enthusiastic group of young people that provide civic service to the organized efforts of the people of the community and promote the welfare of Foxboro and its citizens through active, constructive projects. They also provide their membership training in leadership and civic consciousness. You can check them out at www.foxborojcs.org. And there we see teacher Julie Grant on her horse. Hello, Miss Grant. How you doing, Miss Grant? Oh, don't run over the kid. Ha. It's great to see everybody coming out on a beautiful day like this, and I do believe the weather's going to hold off. So if you have not yet made your way down to beautiful downtown Foxboro, you still have time. Come on down to the Foxboro Founders Day Field Activities 2006 Farm. Woo! Guess we know what's coming, don't we? Right now we have Foxboro Cub Scouts Pack 116, the float. The boys of the Scout 116 put it together, and they range from grades 1 through 5. They attend the Burl, Igo, and Taylor Elementary Schools here in Foxboro, and the Ahern Middle School, and the Foxboro Regional Charter School. Pack 116 Scouts are very involved in Foxboro's community. They visit and sing to residents at the Doolittle home each Christmas, march proudly in the town's annual Memorial Day Parade, and Founders Day Parade, of course. Hydrate runners at water stops at Foxboro Against Diabetes race, and replace worn flags in the graves of veterans at Rock Hill and St. Mary's cemeteries. Come visit the Cub Scouts at Pack 116 at their booth on the Founders Day Field today, and of course you can check them out at sevenriversdistrict.org. Now we enjoy a gun salute by the 20th Mass Volunteer Infantry Band and reenactment group. The 20th Massachusetts Volunteer Infantry, also known as the Harvard Regiment, was a regiment of infantry in the American Civil War. The regiment was so nicknamed because the officers of the 20th were young Harvard graduates. In addition, some but not all of the private soldiers had attended Harvard. The 20th was organized at Reedville on August 29th to September 4th, 1861. At the training, they left Massachusetts for Washington, D.C. on September 4th, and they would fight until the war's conclusion, being mustered out on July 16th and discharged July of 1865. Thank you for participating in today's parade, 20th Infantry. And there goes by Greg Morris and his 1934 Ford Victoria Hot Rod, as well as several other fine antique cars for folks here in Foxboro. Many of the tractors you'll see in today's parade come to us from the New England Antique Tractor and Truck Association. They're a nonprofit organization with people with an interest in history, restoration, and collection of antique tractors and trucks. They have monthly meetings, parade participation, shows, and special events. Members share their passion for antique farm equipment, reach and other and the general public. So check them out at neatta.org. And now we see a bus from the Durham School Services. They're national. They're also hiring locals. So, hey, you get everything at Foxboro Founders Day. Come have a great time, get good food, community spirit, and you can get a job too, driving a bus. While we have a little wait in the parade, we are going to enjoy the 20th Mass Volunteer Infantry Band. Also would like to make note that Foxboro Founders Day is a nonprofit organization. This is not government sponsored. It is not privately funded. I mean, it is privately funded by folks who make a difference, make donations. You see the volunteers carrying the rockets around. Those are for donations, so give a nickel, give a dollar, give 2,000 Turkish lira if you have it. Donations are greatly accepted year-round. They make a huge difference. Foxboro Founders Day is an all-volunteer effort, and any donation helps defray the cost of fireworks, parade, and other Founders Day activities. You can mail your check to Foxboro Founders Day Committee, 40 South Street, Foxboro, Mass. 02035. Enjoy the Norwood Colonial Boys. A standby we love every year. The Norwood Colonial Boys are a non-profit professional fife and drum corps that has been entertaining audiences with traditional American and Irish folk music for decades throughout New England as well as abroad. Check them out at colonialboys.com. We now see Foxboro Youth Baseball and Softball Association. It's great to see all the kids coming out every year, seeing them participate on the field and sporting endeavors, learning leadership, participation, teamwork, as well as striving for excellence as they all try to get that hit. Me being a grumpy umpire, I just like calling them all out because I mean, gotta love Foxboro Youth Baseball and Softball. You can check them out at fybs.org. Your child should play baseball. They really should. Next up, we have the We Are Organic Float. They are organic. And of course, as this year's theme is the farms and agriculture of Foxboro, farms and flowers of Foxboro, it makes perfect sense. We organic folks. Hopefully you're organic. If you're not, maybe you could be. For those of us who like Twinkies, I fear it's a little too late. Of course, the 2016 theme is Farms and Flowers of Foxboro. Organizations and businesses are going to build their theme this year on the field, and hopefully you'll see it there as well as you saw it in today's parade, where all the nonprofit organizations will be providing entertainment, food, and fun for all in attendance. Supercuts is next. Need a haircut? She doesn't. Her hair looks perfect. But maybe you do, and if you do, Supercuts is the place to go. They're an affordable hair salon for men, women, and children. Attention to detail is their brand promise. The quality of their services, the atmosphere in their salon, and the way they interact with one another. That's the attention to detail that creates a place where everyone wants to be. That's right, Supercuts. Next up, we have the Bay Colony Productions, the Orphan Theater here in Foxboro, in that beautiful building right off the Common. They teach music, theater, voice, piano, and dance. Bay Colony Productions can be found at baycolonyproductions.com. And of course, their mission is to present quality performing arts for the entertainment of the community and to provide a facility and environment in which residents of the region can learn and practice their craft. Always love going to productions at the Orpheum Theater. It's part of what makes Foxboro a really nice place to be. Next up, we have our friends with Foxboro Youth Hockey. Foxboro Middle School Hockey League, they have hockey teams that compete in different divisions. The junior high are run out of the Foxboro Sports Center here in town. We have 2 teams that compete in the Winter League and 1 team in the Summer League. Their players are all currently Foxboro residents and range from grades 6 to 8 or from 11 to 14 years of age. Next, we have a special guest. It is the New England Patriots. From farms to football, Foxboro has it all. Do you recognize those folks? Should. Defensive lineman Trey Flowers, defensive lineman Janeo Grissom, wide receiver Nate Washington, and Brandon Bolden. Thank you so much, along with the Patriots cheerleaders, Pat Patriot, and along with committee chairman for Founders Day, Cindy Haddad Drew. She gets the honor of escorting Pat Patriot through town. Thank you to New England Patriots and all you do, including the Partners in Patriotism, who make generous charitable donations to worthy causes here in Foxboro, supporting our community. Bob Kraft and his son Jonathan continue to make New England Patriots Patriot Place an integral part of the fabric of our community. Thank you. We, of course, now see Ed Schnur driving his 1934 pickup truck. Hey Ed, how you doing? Nice mustache. He did not go to Supercuts to get that mustache trim. No, sir. Bringing up the tail end of our parade, as with every year, we have some of our local businesses. First of all, we have Cahill Lawn Care. It's great to have Cahill here. Beautiful float, of course, with the farms and flowers of Foxboro. Nice to see Farmer Elmer up there. Little marching, little string band going. A little hootenanny music. Everybody loves a little hootenanny music. I do. Maybe that's why I don't have many friends. Cahill Lawn Care, of course, can be reached at cahilllawncare.com or at 508-404-5557. Next up, we have Oil Man Incorporated. Place your fuel order online or from anywhere at oilmanonline.com. Here in Foxboro, to make sure you are taken care of. Next, we have our friend AJ Dooley. Dooley Disposal Services. For more than 4 generations, Dooley Disposal has stood by its commitment to serve as one of New England's most trusted waste and recycling partners. Since 1856, the Dooley family has been engaged in the collection and transfer of various domestic commodities throughout the region. Today, Dooley Disposal Services continues to be a hallmark in the waste and recycling industry, serving thousands of customers daily. With the recent increase in environmental awareness, Dooley Disposal Services has remained a trusted industry leader, providing superior waste management operations at an affordable place. And that wraps up this year's parade. We are sorry that we did not see Pacell excavating. Of course, they are a big piece of who we are in Foxboro. Want to make sure that we thank all of the folks who have participated in this year's Founders Day. Day's not over, of course. We have the Founders Day activities on the field. One of those activities is going to be the Doll Carriage and Wagon Parade, which is at 1 o'clock. Registration starts at 12 noon. Do not forget to be there. We also want to make sure that we thank all the volunteers of Foxboro Cable Access who brought this day to you. Of course, I'm Bob Hickey, your host. But Michael Weber, who is our executive director, he makes sure this entire day happens. He's done so much good work for us, for our community, and I hope you really take a moment to appreciate the quality of the production. Without Michael Weber, we would not be here. The engineer in charge is another wonderful volunteer, Mike Everson. Our director, Paul Beck. Camera crew, includes Mike Stewart, Matt Shea, Betty Travers, Rob Decker, Sean Kelly, Ruth Mackey, Scott Daniels, and we'd also want to make sure that you know the titles and graphics are done by Frank Liddell. I'm Bob Hickey, your host. I want to thank you for taking the time to be with me today, and I want to see you down in the field. Until next year, Foxboro, have a great day. Take care.